Hello friends, how are you? It's okay if you responded not okay. Are any of us okay? Can we be okay? But as long as we're putting one foot in front of the other and doing what we can do and doing what we need to do, getting some fresh air, thinking and praying for Israel, looking after ourselves and our families, it's okay not to be okay right now. But we remain strong and we remain hopeful and resilient. Yesterday we had a beautiful ladies' shiur in shul. 20 women gathered and we spoke about Israel. And I gave over some of the thoughts and teachings of Rabbi Sacks, particularly from the book To Heal a Fractured World. And we gave each other chizuk, we gave each other strength from the wise words of Rabbi Sacks of blessed memory. And I also read a letter that Rabbi Sacks wrote in 2015 that I want to share with you today. It was comforting to me, it was comforting to us at the shiur, and I hope that you find it comforting and strengthening as well. And this was written in 2015 during a wave of terror in Israel. It could have been written today. What do you do when terror strikes? When all sense of security is lost? When you feel yourself surrounded by hate? When the voice of reason is drowned out by the clamor of rage? When all hope for the future seems lost and the world around you has turned dark? That, they told me, is how it has felt to be in Israel these past few days and weeks. And as I heard the anxiety and even despair in their voice, I thought of all those lacerating words from the book of Tehillim, from the book of Psalms. King David writes, "From the depths I have called out to you, O God. I am for peace, but whenever I speak of it, they are for war. O God, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Writes Rabbi Sacks, are there other words that can help us make the journey from darkness to light? And as I was listening, I suddenly felt a voice, as if from the collective unconscious of our people, saying, we are Am Yisrael. We are the descendants not just of Avraham and Yitzchak, but especially of Yaakov, of Jacob, also known as Yisrael, because Jacob had one extraordinary strength of character with which he endowed us, his children. Jacob was the person whose deepest encounters with Hashem took place when he was alone, at night, far from home and fleeing from one danger to the next. That was when he had a vision of a ladder stretching from earth to heaven. And he said, "Truly, the Lord is in this place, and I did not know it." This is the man who, under almost identical circumstances many years later, wrestled at night with an angel and was told that his name would be changed to Israel, to Yisrael, meaning one who wrestles with God and with man and prevails. Jacob never lived in peace, but somehow he took all the fear and pain and loneliness and isolation and turned them into a vision of heaven and found God in the very midst of that place and moment of danger. Jacob was the man who rescued hope from the depths of despair and who kept going despite his fear of Esav and Lavan, despite even the loss of his beloved son Yosef, and who never stopped wrestling with history and destiny. This is the man who somehow endowed us, his descendants, to the end of time, with an inner strength that is almost beyond belief. Ours is the people that empires try to destroy, yet we outlived them all. The people often hated, but who did not repay hate with hate, and instead of cursing the darkness, lit a light that became an eternal flame. This is why, says Rabbi Sacks, the Jewish people became the voice of hope in the conversation of humankind, in generation after generation, and a compelling testimony to the power of life to defeat the forces of darkness and death. To be a Jew in whom beats the spirit of our ancestors and the hopes of generations to come is to feel the pain, yet to carry on. To know fear and to refuse to be intimidated. To be surrounded by hate and yet to have the courage not to answer it with hatred in return. These are among the supreme achievements of the human spirit, and it is to them that we are being summoned now by every syllable of our history. The fear is real and the pain is deep, and yet that faith that carried our ancestors will carry us as we walk through the valley of the shadow of death into the light of the promised future that still awaits us, when an anguished people will finally know peace, the last of all our blessings, but still the greatest, speedily in our days. This is the moment, Rabbi Sacks concludes, when the prayers of all Jews, like a single person with a single heart, are with the people of Israel, with the land of Israel, the people and the land that give us so much strength and pride. Let us be strong and strengthen one another until the city whose name means peace, Yerushalayim, at last becomes a true home of peace. And he signs the letter, with you, with all my heart, Rabbi Sacks. Friends, I leave that with you, with us today. We feel the pain, we feel the darkness, we feel the anguish, but we continue to move forward. We continue to light candles of positivity, of optimism, of hope, for our sake and for the sake of all of Israel. We pray for peace, we pray for consolation, we pray for salvation. Am Yisrael Chai. Take care.